Ladies and gentlemen, this is Intervlog. I say this is Intervlog, and I am here once more. I am here because there is one important information that I brought to you today, and this information is unbelievable. The information is something every African leader should adopt. And you would ask me, what is that information? Well, the information is coming from Burkina Faso, and it is about the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré. Yesterday, being 25th of July 2024, handed over mobile clinics, vehicles, and equipment. This means mobile hospitals. In order to explain it very well, is a vehicle being equipped with hospital equipment. Many things that can happen in hospital can actually happen in those vehicles. That is exactly what it is. And what is the reason of Burkina Faso leader handing over mobile vehicle to the Ministry of Health? The reason is actually the reason I'm here as well. One of the reasons is that since Ibrahim Traoré took over, things have progressed so rapidly that if you go to Burkina Faso, you won't recognize Burkina Faso anymore. There is development everywhere you go in Burkina Faso. Infrastructural development. And that development cannot get to every local government because there are some typical villages that problems still exist in Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso leaders are building hospitals everywhere. But the point is that they cannot wait until hospitals are built everywhere before the Burkina Faso began to enjoy the effect of their good governance. So the leader happened to buy the mobile clinics and send them to different local governments. This mobile clinic is for checking of fever, malaria, cancers, pregnancy, test of different things, and also for the treatment and the solution. And this is beautiful. As you can see it, vehicles and machines are everywhere here in the field. That very day, Ibrahim Traoré came with a different vehicle from the one people used to know him with, which is Land Rover Defender 2001, meaning that Ibrahim Traoré has changed his vehicle. He is now using a different vehicle, and this vehicle is 2011 Toyota 70 Series. In secondhand, it cost $10,000. Now, what surprised people most is that when he came to commission the trucks and some SUV and pickups that Burkina Faso government procure for doctors and nurses, he came with 2011 Toyota 70 Series, which it cost us $10,000 in secondhand. And among of the vehicle he commissioned, we had Toyota Land Cruiser 2024, new ones. And he refused to use those Toyota Land Cruiser. Instead, he gave it to the doctors. He said doctors need it more than him because these doctors will be entering villages. Some of their service need speed. They go to need vehicle with his speed, like an ambulance. But he, as a president, this one is okay for him. He chose 2011 Toyota 70 Series, as you are seeing it here. He came down from the Toyota 70 Series to commission new vehicles for doctors. Each one of those vehicles he commissioned can buy 20 of the one he is using. Each one of any vehicle he commissioned today can buy 20 of the one that the president has. Is this not unbelievable? Improving healthcare provision, mobile clinics and cold chain equipment for quality care for Burkinabe, Ouagadougou, July 25, 2024. The president of Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, handed over this Thursday morning to the Ministry of Health and Public Hygiene 15 mobile clinics, cold chain equipment, office equipment, rolling logistics for the improvement of the provision of health care in our country. The 15 equipped mobile care units, mobile clinics, are intended for public health establishments, EPS. They are equipped with equipment for specialized care such as mammography, ultrasound, colonoscopy. These mobile clinics, a first major experiment by the Burkinabe government, will be deployed to villages, the countryside, and certain peripheral areas of cities to allow populations to have ultrasound scans, to do cervical cancer and breast cancer screenings, and to take charge of children's care. The objective is to bring care closer to the most vulnerable populations. These are mobile clinics that will be in all regions of Burkina Faso, and that is the vision, so be able to offer quality care to Burkinabe wherever they are. declared Captain Ibrahim Traore. As for the second batch of materials and equipment handed over by the head of state, it consists of 12 station wagon vehicles, 11 pickup vehicles, 13 refrigerated pickup vehicles, 1,900 refrigerators with solar kits, 110 electric freezers, 14 generators, 11 cold rooms, and 835 tablets. These cold chain equipment and tablets will help ensure the quality of vaccines at all levels of the health system. We had difficulty in the Health and Social Promotion Centers, CSPS, in being able to preserve the vaccines. The vehicles must transport these vaccines to the solar refrigerators that will be placed in all the CSPS in Burkina Faso so that the vaccines can be preserved in order to effectively fight against certain diseases. Rejoiced the President of Faso. The head of state took the opportunity in this period of malaria to invite the populations to be more responsible and to raise awareness. The fight against this disease begins with the destruction of breeding grounds. Today, everyone in their neighborhood must be able to do a minimum to clean up their living environment, said the President of Faso. For the Minister of Health and Public Hygiene, Dr. Robert Lucien Jean-Claude Cargogo, this is a great day for the health system. He expressed his gratitude to the President of Faso for this innovative and far-reaching government decision, and invited the population to use this equipment rationally, and for health providers to get involved so that all Burkinabe can have adequate care. All the equipment was acquired by the government with the support of its partners. Now, the major reason why I am here is not actually to show you what is going on, but for the leaders in Africa to learn. How many times have we seen African leaders doing what Ibrahim Traore is doing here? Most of our African leaders have neglected healthcare to the extent that whenever they themselves are sick, they would travel abroad to receive treatment. And if you ask them, they say, because we don't have good hospitals in Africa. If you ask them, why didn't you build the hospital? Some of them will say they don't have money. But when you look through your window to check the type of vehicles they have, that these people have vehicles that cost more than $200,000. Go and check vehicles that president in Africa have. There is no president in Africa that does not have more than 4 Toyota Land Cruiser SUV. Some president has 15. President in West Africa has 40 SUV. That money, it can build any type of hospital. But the president never wanted to do that. Some of this president in Africa, they will come into power. Apart from the Toyota Land Cruiser, they will approve for themselves. They will still go and approve Toyota Land Cruiser for the lawmakers, senators, governors, local government chairmen. In some countries, the numbers exceed 1,000 pesos. Each one of these Toyota Land Cruisers costs $200,000. If you multiply $200,000 by the numbers they are using to buy the Toyota Land Cruiser, if you multiply 200,000 by 1,000 or 400 pieces, then you know how much your president is squandering for no reason. If your president has 10 Land Cruiser, escorting him, multiply that 10 Land Cruiser by $200,000. You know how much your president is squandering. Why didn't he use it to build a hospital? And one funny part is that when he, the president, has misused the money, used the money to buy a vehicle, refused to build hospital for the poor, and for him, the president, as well. When the president is sick, do you know what happens? He will fly abroad to treat himself, and when he gets better, he come back and be driving the Land Cruisers. What about the poor? When the poor are sick, can they travel abroad? This type of thing is actually called greed. A president that does not think about the health of the masses should not suppose to travel abroad to treat himself because we are all the same. You cannot use the money that belongs to the country to acquire Toyota Land Cruisers. You will be driving Toyota Land Cruiser. Your wife will be driving Toyota Land Cruiser. Your escort will be driving Toyota Land Cruiser. You will still go and approve Toyota Land Cruisers to lawmakers, to governors. And when you people are sick, either your wife, your son, your daughter, the lawmakers, when you are sick, you will travel abroad to treat yourself. What about the poor who are in the country? When they are sick, where do they go to? This is the reason I am applauding Ibrahim Traore. This is the type of president you need in Africa. If you have a president that will be approving Toyota Land Cruiser SUV for everybody, and some of them are even approving for private jets, approving for everything, helicopters, and so on and so forth, and when they are sick, they will fly abroad to treat themselves. Don't vote for such president. Any president who don't think about our health, that president is not good for you. He is ruling you in order for you to take care of him. That is the reason he's there. If his leadership is for the masses, he would have done what Ibrahim Traore did. Look at Ibrahim Traore thinking about the children of Burkina Faso, thinking about the mothers with breast cancer, thinking about the people in the village who are having malaria and fever. Well, I stop here. Thank you very much for watching. This is the entire vlog.